Unfortunately, nobody will be walking away.
All right, so how are you guys doing? Having a good time? So my name's John, and this is Brandon. We work for what's called Open Learning at TRU, so we're a small division in this building, and we do distance education. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
No? Yes? Some of you? Maybe? What do you think it is?
Are we on YouTube?
I don't know, are you?
What do you think it is? Yeah. They're in the front with the hat?
Where's the camera?
What's distance education?
It's where it's a computer program and kids are kind of useful.
Yeah, so it's kids or adults, so it's learning from a distance. So it's you use a computer to read all your material, submit your assignments, watch your grades and everything, watch videos. So what we do is we do the media aspect. So trying to help you learn better and give you more engagement on the distance learning. Because can you imagine trying to take a course by yourself at home and all you do is read? It'd be pretty boring, right?
Yeah.
So what we do is we try to liven it up and give you better opportunities to learn the material. For instance, the one I like to talk about most is how do you know how to tie a knot, right? Like a good fisherman knot, right? So if somebody was trying to explain that to you, would you rather read 6 paragraphs of black and white text on how to tie that? Or would you rather have somebody show you on a video where you can pause it and rewind it and so you see it again and see in detail, right? Well, obviously the video, right? It's going to be much easier to understand. You're going to get a much better knowledge of it. So that's what we do, is we try to take material that we can improve that learning process by having it either on video or audio or some kind of animation. So we do a lot of things with technology in our group. So we have 4 of us. Brandon and I do most of the kind of video work, and in that respect, we use lots of cameras and drones and stuff. So one thing that you guys should be aware of is my job did not exist when I went to school, right? There was no such thing as what I did, right? So there's going to be a ton of jobs out there and when you guys graduate that don't exist right now, right? The way technology has improved. So one example of how that technology has improved is we do a thing called convocation, right? So convocation is what? Yeah, that's a big word. So convocation is your graduation ceremony. So that's when at the very end, when you've finished your undergrad degree, and say you have a degree in science or whatever, you go across the stage and you're down and you see them throwing their hats. That's the convocation ceremony. So what we do is we live stream it through our own channel, and so that people whose parents live in other countries can watch and type in and say hi. Right?
Us right now on YouTube.
Yeah, it is on YouTube right now. Nobody knows the channel. So what we used to do for that is we'd bring 3 or 4 big cameras. We'd have to plug them into power, plug them into the cable, run all those cables through the gym, put it into a big switching device, connect that to a laptop, have some other laptop monitoring this, and it was a bunch of people that do that, right? So what we've learned this year is we have this little device that is a switcher, and all it does is use the camera, or phones as your cameras. So no cables, just live switching, where immediately I can say, oh, we're gonna go to camera 2, oh no, go back to camera 1. I can put graphics on there, I can put lower thirds, all kinds of stuff, right?
Why did you live stream us on YouTube?
So just to show you how this works. So what happens is, can you notice that there's a delay though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of delay. So they do that so that there's a buffer so that if something happens to the signal, that it won't just stop and stutter. So it'll be more continuous. So it has that room to catch up if it slows down. Anyway.
Whoa, it changed.
Yeah, so that's what you do. So that's the live stream. So this is an example of technology that we've had that's got smaller, cheaper, lighter, easier to set up, more robust. When I went to film school, we shot everything on film, and now I can shoot what I did then on my phone and see it instantaneously.
It'll be better,
right?
It's 4K.
Yeah, it'll look awesome. Well, I don't know, say better. It looks different. So anyway, so that just to support the idea that what we do is going to change quite a bit, especially if you're in any kind of science or technology field, right? So one other thing that we do is, because we're doing a lot of video work, we bought a drone like this, which we just use as a camera platform, right? So it enables us to get into locations and angles and perspectives that we couldn't get normally, right? Because we can put this up in the sky, way up high over a building, or say a pond, right? If we're doing natural resources, and we can take images of that where normally I couldn't do that, right? So it's another tool to enable us to get these images that help you guys learn or adults learn. So in that respect, these drones have grown quite a bit. There's, I mean, how many of you guys have drones?
I was like
Little ones, little camera ones, play around. Yeah. So now we have this big drone, which is on loan from the resource science people, and they use this for cattle research. So I'll let Brandon talk to you about what they do with this one.
So who knows what a thermal imaging camera is?